Wipro says it's aligning its business and talent to the changing market environment after reports claim that hundreds of mid-level employees will be laid off. Wipro's headcount fell for the fifth time in a row in the third quarter when the headcount declined by over 4,000. In fact, the headcount has been declining across IT companies for the last 6 months. Reema is standing by with a deep dive on the layoffs and rationalization that we are seeing across the tech space. Reema.
So let me start with the numbers to put into context what's been happening and why this news assumes significance. Wipro's headcount has been declining for 5 straight quarters. Cumulatively, the net headcount is down more than 20,000. For Infosys, the headcount has declined for 4 consecutive quarters, and for TCS too. Over the last 2 quarters, we've seen the headcount fall by about 5,000 to 6,000 every quarter. So this moderation in headcount or layoffs in a way has been happening. It's been ongoing for a while, and it looks like it might just continue. Now the question you probably will ask is, why is this happening? One, the demand has slowed down much more than what the companies had earlier anticipated. There are project ramp downs, discretionary spending has not taken place. Many companies, in fact, have lowered their full year revenue growth forecast because of this slowdown in demand. Secondly, the companies had overhired in the heydays of the digital transformation post-COVID, and now they're sitting on a pretty large headcount. The utilization is on the lower side. And finally, and this is also a big reason, attrition has fallen materially. Attrition, which used to be above 20% last year, is now down to low double digits. And therefore, if your attrition level is lower, the need to backfill also comes down. So now let me move on to tell you what the companies have been saying in this backdrop whenever we ask them about this moderation in headcount. So today, Wipro, we reached out to the company, when the reports about the layoffs came, and this is what they had to say to CNBC. Aligning our business and talent to the changing market environment is a critical part of our strategy as we look to build a resilient, agile, and high-performing organization. Here, the key word is aligning the business, i.e. demand requirement, versus the talent. TCS in the month of January said that they are continuing to recalibrate their lateral hiring, while Infosys, if you remember, this year has not gone to the campus altogether. This had come out a couple of months back, and even in January, they had said that as of now, we're not seeing any immediate campus requirement. So this actually spells very bad news for the fresh engineers or the graduates. Now, the bad news is that this is not an India-specific problem. It's been happening globally. So over the last couple of days, we've heard PayPal firing about 2,500 employees because they want to right-size the company. This is about 9% of their headcount. Reuters has reported that Salesforce is laying off about 700 employees, 1% of the global workforce. Microsoft has removed about 1,900 positions in the gaming division. eBay has slashed its workforce by nearly 9% as expenses are growing faster than business. And SAP has announced a company-wide restructuring program this year, which will approximately affect 8,000 positions. To wrap it off, we looked at the data from a company called layoffs.fii. Now, last year, 2023, was the biggest year in terms of layoffs. More than 2.5 lakh people were shown the pink slip. And this year, in the month of January, we've already seen close to about 29,000 layoffs taking place globally by tech companies.
Well, it is tough news there as far as people looking for employment in the tech space are concerned, and those already employed as well. With that, it is time for us to wrap